On now, a day after Geeta landed back in India after spending more than a decade in Pakistan, there is no clarity on Geeta's biological parents. This after she refused to identify the Mahatos as her parents. However, Janardhan Mahato is confident that the DNA test will conclusively establish that Geeta is indeed their daughter. After Geeta refused to identify Janardhan Mahato as her father, the Indian government will conduct a DNA test to ascertain who actually are Geeta's parents. The All India Institute of Medical Sciences have deputed 2 doctors to collect Geeta's DNA samples to determine her parentage, and the results will be out in 15 to 20 days. Sources say that if DNA samples match, but Geeta still refuses to recognize the family, she will be counselled along with the family. Meanwhile, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will meet Geeta today at 6 Flagstaff Road. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met Geeta yesterday along with External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, terming the AD Foundation as apostles of kindness and compassion. The Prime Minister announced a contribution of 1 crore rupees for the AD Foundation. Let's now cut across live to Smita Sharma, who joins us with all the latest. Morning, Smita. The question that we were asking you yesterday, what if the DNA samples do not actually match in each of these cases of people claiming to be Geeta's skin? Now, a very surprising turn of events took place yesterday where she refused to acknowledge that this is her family. What is the road ahead from here?
Hi, good morning, Sanket, and to our viewers as well. Remember, when we were having this conversation yesterday, I suggested that the mood is one of cautious optimism, because while there's happiness that Geeta has actually finally managed to return to her homeland, her reunion with the family still is awaited. And, this was in fact one of the foreseeable options, which is why the Ministry of External Affairs did not want to take any chances, because they knew that a photograph could not be termed as a conclusive proof. There are 2 options here. A, if the DNA samples match, then Geeta perhaps could be counselled, which could take days at a time, as Sushma Swaraj mentioned in that press conference. The other scenario is also that even if the DNA samples match, and despite that, if Geeta does not want to go back to her family because so many years have passed by, clearly, keeping that in mind, why Geeta is in fact being flown to Indore this afternoon, where, remember, Indore's that institute for those who are speech and hearing impaired, she will be kept there. And Sushma Swaraj, she mentioned that in fact, even if Geeta's family is to be found, they would still want that Geeta should be trained properly in sign language for at least 2 years, so that eventually she can become self-reliant. And that institute's director, Monica Punjabi, was also there at the press conference, who already seemed to be bonding with Geeta, because sources privy to that meeting between Geeta, her family and Sushma Swaraj tell us that there was actually no spark. That when Geeta was told about Janardhan Mahato, she actually did go and hug him, but it was just a formal and a courteous one, that there was really no spark as one had been seen when Geeta had first seen that photograph. So we will have to wait for the DNA test, but so far Indore will be the new home for Geeta now.
Okay, Smita Sharma, many thanks for joining us with all the latest.